This is Activity 2.6 on page 79, aligning text using tabs. My fact sheet formatting is open in Word. You have more tabbed text that you want to format as columns, like you did for the list of acceptable items. However, this list has not 2, it has 3 columns. Also, 2 of the columns contain decimal numbers, and you want the numbers to align at their decimal points. You will use tab stops to handle these formatting challenges. So in that screenshot that they have shown on page 79, the before, you can see all of the text is kind of jumbled together. They want to format this into 3 different columns where it shows the region, the increase in need, and the increase in funding. Again, so it's an easy to read setup for these numbers. And you can see the percentages do have decimal points in them in the after section, and you can see how they line up at the decimal points. All right, so that's important. So number 1, examine the formatting problem in some tab text. Scroll to the middle of page 1 where you can view the lines containing percentages beneath the need. All right, so here we have the section that we'll be formatting. Again, it's very jumbled, very difficult to read those different figures. I want to make sure that paragraph marks are still showing, which mine are. While tab characters are already in place to divide the columns of the list, they're not aligning well using the default, which is every ½ inch, for the tab stops on the ruler. So you can see there's actually a tab in between region and increase here as well, but it's just so small it's difficult to see. There's a tab in between the word need here and increase. So the tabs are already in place here. It's just that the indent markers are not aligned well. So that's what we're going to fix here. So you can improve the results by providing your own custom tab stops. Number 2, calculate where to place the first tab stop. Find the widest region name in the first column. So region is our heading, then we have downtown and 12th Ward, Western King County, Eastern King County, and Northern King County and 4th Ward. So you can see that Northern King County and 4th Ward is the longest of those region names. This text extends almost to the 2.5 mark. So you can see lined up with the ruler there, it's just about at 2.5. You'll need to start your first tab stop past this point to specify where the second column should begin. So they're telling us that the 3.5 mark will be a good place for it. So number 3, set the tab stops for the numbers. At the intersection of the horizontal and vertical rulers, select the tab selector. So that's located here. Right now mine is set to a left tab. And we're going to click on it several times and observe how the tab type changes each time you select it. So you can see this as I click through it. It's going to keep changing. We want to stop when the decimal tab is selected as shown. So it's similar to this, but you can see this one is the center tab. We need the one that looks like this, but it has that little dot in the top right hand corner as well. So I'm going to keep selecting, and here we have it, our decimal tab. So make sure that is set. Then we're going to select all of the text in that mini table, not including the headings. We're going to align that separately. So I'm going to click in my margin next to downtown and 12th Ward, and I'm just going to click and drag down to the Northern King County line as well. On the horizontal ruler, we're going to select the 3.5 inch mark and place a decimal tab at that location. So all I have to do go up to my ruler. Since my tab is selected, my tab type is selected already, and I'm going to click on 3.5, and it's automatically going to place it there for me. Notice that my tabs are, again, like I mentioned, are already in here. So when I place that tab stop there, it automatically aligned at the decimal places for that second column. So you can see it's already much easier to read. All right, and then for this third column, which is going to be under the increase in funding heading, we're going to place that decimal tab at the 5-inch mark. So again, I can just go up, make sure your text is selected, go up to the ruler and click on 5, and now that aligns at those decimal places. Now lastly, number 4, we're going to use the centering tab stops to align our headings. So I'm going to switch my tab selector until I get that center, which looks just like the decimal. It just doesn't have that dot in the top right hand corner. All right, so I have that set. I still need to select the actual line of my heading text. So I'm just going to click once to the left of region. And then letter C on the horizontal ruler, we're going to click on the 3.5-inch mark. It's going to put that increase in need heading centered above, centered at the 3.5-inch mark, I should say. And then I'm going to do the same for the 5-inch column. So you can see that it appears that the increase in funding heading, it looks like it's pushed a little bit to the left. So you can always move and eyeball this as you see fit, because what's throwing it off is that 0.005% number. There's a lot of characters after the decimal point. So I'm just going to click and drag it over to about, it's a little bit less than 5.25, I would say. But again, just eyeball it. You can do the same for this one if need be, if you want to move that one over just a hair. Whatever you think looks right. Now, looks like before I did that, there was an extra tab stop. They're saying at the 6-inch mark. It might have been removed once I moved my 5-inch one over. Forgot to double check there. Let me undo that actually. No, I didn't have one. If you have an extra one there though, at about this one, just click on it and pull it down. I'm just going to add one just so I can show you how to do it. So I put one at the 6-inch mark. If you have one here like this, click on it, pull it down to remove it. Oh, they're saying the extra tab character. My mistake. Oh, at the end of increase in funding, put your cursor before that arrow and just hit delete, and it will delete that from your text. Just an extra tab that was not needed. All right, so I'm going to go up to my quick access toolbar and click on my save button, and we'll leave this open for our next activity.